The time is now. It's back to the rhymes. It's like, wow, he's back to the rhymes. I'm in the booth straight dropping dimes. Clark Kent, Daily Planet, the Metropolis Times. I write these raps while I'm under the gun. I see you back to get you some. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Pure, raw, uncut rap. Back to the rhymes. Now's the time. Time to unwind because back to the rhymes. Back to the rhymes. Now's the time. Time to unwind because it is back to the rhymes. I meant back to the rhymes. All right. Here's what's up. What's up? I'm upstairs again. Life is good. Let's review the list. School Us album sales, which of course is this. Got a nice little table here right now. Got no sales, but I do have a coworker who's bumping in the morning. I hear her bumping. She was talking about when other coworker Dee was playing. I think her name's Stacy. Was playing Rebel Without a Pause at work. She said, this reminds me of back in the day at the Seattle Center, so she knows what's up. So at some point, I help her make her aware that I have a CD. That would be the goal. Number 2, My Reformation music video. So thank God I saw Theon today. All is well. We went back because we got to check on our communication, and she sent me a text at like 4:30 in the morning, and I sent one back at like 6:30 in the morning. By then, she had gone to bed. She keeps them different hours, so she missed it. Of course, my wife's like, well, there's a note. I don't know how it works. I think you can miss text, can't you? I don't know. So that's the way it is. So there is a plan. She's got, what does she say? She wants me to text her again. And the reason was, I know she's got a MRI. She's got to make sure everything's A-okay with her. And then once she has the result, she'll know what to do as far as her time. So we've got to lift her up in prayer and see this through. And then we'll go from there. So that's the latest with that video. So hope is not lost. It's actually, I feel a lot better having talked to her. All right. YouTube channel. It was possible I would have met with Mai today, but she wasn't feeling well. So there's another health person. But I saw her husband and sent him what I'm doing. So the plan is to talk. She hasn't done anything for a couple of years, I'm told. But still, I want to pick her brain. So my latest idea as far as a concert, 4th of July, is to keep myself from getting too overwhelmed or thinking about it too much and just kind of going with it is, I think at minimum, if I were to do nothing else, would be to go to the Columbia Center on the sidewalk on 4th of July on 4th Avenue and record live, a live version of me doing "Oh Say Does That Star Spangled." So, and then I'll put that, what would I do with that? I would post it. I wouldn't promote it right away, but I'd post it. I'm so glad to talk to Theon because I really wasn't sure what to expect. I've shared Leon's video about 55 times now, so I'm getting more than halfway there. It's working out. And he's at, 28 views, something like that. It's in the top 10 all time. Before I forget, I do have another YouTube channel with 2 songs, No Hoke and Keep On Dreaming. So No Hoke's at 582 and sorry, I guess it's 582. There was no activity in 30 days or 28 days until today. Someone just checked it out. I don't know how they found it and looked at it today, but that's cool. Keep On Dreaming's at 95 views. So that puts actually Keep On Dreaming overall number 6, I guess, of all my videos, which is cool. And of course, No Hoke is the number 1 overall. And you can add the 20 views I have on this channel. Keep On Dreaming has 9 views, so that puts it at 104. So that's the latest with that. Nothing else I can think of. All I can say as far as that song, all I wanted, my goal would be we're just going to probably record with the cell phone. My coworker keeps talking to me about speakers for concerts. It seems to me like he's using them for his own like consumer use in his house. He wants me to keep. So I did look it up briefly. They're great speakers. I don't know what he wants. He's looking for me from that, but I keep saying, so what do you want to do? A concert together? Or what do you want to do? So I'm trying to figure. He's a little hard to understand. I mean, just where he's coming from, but he's very interested in this stuff. So we just try to, that's his interest and that's mine. Can we come together on it? So anyway, but yeah, I will continue working. I got to say what's up to John, the human bot. Where are you at, John, the human bot? Is that the nickname now? If he's checking it out. He said he was checking it out and he fell off, man. He fell off for the last month. What's up with that? Well, the effort was there somewhat, but maybe he wants to help. He says he can't do any rhymes yet. He's out of shape. I said, we would have to rap. We just, talk. So anyway, we'll see what happens. Maybe I get a few people to come out on the 4th of July and we'll do a little live recording of that song and just see how I can do it. My man Brian, who cuts hair, has got the little microphone, the karaoke machine, something like that, and that's portable. So I think I would ask him actually. That's my plan. So if we could get that, that would be smooth. I would do it. We'll have to figure it out. And then I would try to do something back to the rhymes, but I need to have some kind of beat. Maybe I can, I might be able to get that worked out. That would be a second goal. But first, just to have one thing, and then we'll just see. That's pretty good. So rules of engagement, nothing to say. Bellevue Ballers. What happened? When was this? We had a meeting. When was that? Yeah, big miscommunication there with my man. Anyway, things are coming along. Definitely. All right. Oh, I will mention, and I guess this goes to the YouTube channel. It looks almost certain that I'm going to be driving a car from Greensboro back to Linwood here, and that should happen by around next Sunday. Hopefully, I'll be able to be home. I don't know what's going to happen. If I'm gonna fly out, because my friend who's getting this ticket, I'm gonna bring a commercial vehicle for his food delivery business back, and I got to get that show done. But that works out good. But I just want to say that. And by the way, I looked at the map. I'm going to Nashville. Got to go through Nashville. If I could do 2 things on this trip, if there's one, it's Nashville. If there's 2, Nashville, and go to the St. Louis Cardinals game at their home. That would be super cool. I really like the Cardinals. I can't quite say I love them, but I really get excited about that team. It's like they have a culture of winning, but they're not the Yankees. And everyone knows the Yankees and the Red Sox and whatnot. The Red Sox only turned that culture around within the past however many years, but Cardinals number 2 most championships, and it's just I like it. I like their colors, everything. You can go there with your red clothes on. Music for Back to the Rhyme song. So yeah, we're not there yet with that. Merch. All right. So if you saw the thumbnail, finally it's here. Now it's a little bigger than I thought it would be. I couldn't get a way to retake the thumbnail. I got to click retake thumbnail. I probably need an assistant, but that's cool, huh? It's like a big bright white moon. It's a little big, but anyway, already my daughter's like, oh, when do we get the next color? Well, we got to sell the 7 of these or something, you know. So I do need to have one wrapped up. Ask my wife to wrap it up. What I'd like to do is go with my daughter to the mower shop, place a new one there a lot. So that's got to happen. My day's off Thursday. I better do that. Place a new one there and do something about the display. But I want to have my daughter. She's on summer break now. This is a good summer break project for her, you know, and she wants to work at Hobby Lobby and display and, you know, what do they call that? Merchandising. Something that she wants to get good at. So we got to work on some merchandising for the merch. Trump's going to thump. Nothing to say about that. Nothing to say. You will be glorified. So now, big news at church, Highlands Community Church. We got Evan, Pastor Evan. He's the worship leader there now. So it took me a little bit for that to click in what was going on there. I was like, oh, we got a couple male singers. Not the, you know, I got my preferences, but credible, right? I guess they're singing. They're not bad. I mean. But then it's like, yeah, right, there he is. So my idea, and then we had Pastor Barry earlier say, hey, you know, people come to him and say, hey, you know, what the church should do is this. And then his response to them is, then you do it. If you're passionate about it, you do it. Well, I'm passionate about getting songwriting going at this church. And that's what I'm passionate about. So if I'm going to take him up on his word, if you're passionate about it, and let's do it. And we got a new worship pastor. Let's go. And then my cousin, hopefully can see him soon. But I really want to. I'm told like I mentioned, there's a person who must know about how to do the sheet music. So anyway, that's something I will keep y'all posted on. So yeah, there's some hope there. Again, if we go Canyon Hills, they got label, writers, they got the whole thing. And now Highlands has a relationship with Canyon Hills. So there you go. What do we say? Should we do something like that? I think we should. All right. I would say current events. Did I talk about the election stuff last Sunday? When did I talk to my brother? I think I want to make sure. If I can know when I talked to him, I can know if I talked about this. So when did I talk to him? Sorry, bear with me here. June 6th, Monday. All right, I didn't talk about it. 2 people I talked to. Who was the other? Man, they're both at least on the same side as me for voting, but they're talking. Well, maybe it's my wife, I think. Concerned about the gas prices. I'm like, well, all right. So we're concerned about the gas prices. What can we do? I mean, I was doing some more research on Georgia. Maybe I mentioned this. I apologize if I did, but I don't believe so. It was interesting, these conversations. It's like, when's goofball's no longer there, we'll see. I don't know how it works. I mean, it's okay. Is it just automatic you're going to lose Georgia because they got a total scandalous individual there? I mean, it's almost like I suspect if it's believed that this guy Kemp is that shady, and it sounds like he is, man, if they can how do they rig it? Like it's two insider politicians, Democrat, Republican, they're both crooked, right? So then what? How do they work that out? Maybe because he's the governor, he's running the machine, so he could still win. I don't know. It's so sick, it's scary. But anyway, okay. So what do we do about these guys? I don't know. I mean, can you win an election if they're totally rigged? I don't know. Maybe it depends on the state, state by state. But it's a lot of work, and very few people are paying any. They know the price of gas. You don't have to spend any time. They figure that one out, but they don't know about legitimacy. And I guess now you get called an election denier. I love these names. A climate denier? Is it climate denier? These names, a homophobe? I mean, these names don't make sense. A homophobe. What's a homophobe? I guess that's someone who's afraid of either homosexuals or homosexuality. That's a homophobe. Well, I don't know anybody who's a homophobe because I don't know anybody who's afraid of homosexuals. Maybe they're afraid of homosexuality. I don't know in what way. So that's all your homophobes. Climate denier. Well, what's a climate denier? Is that what it's called? Climate change? I think they call it a climate denier. Is it a climate change denier? The climate denier. Denying there's a climate? So now we have election denier. And that's more accurate because I denied that there was a legitimate election. So yeah, I guess you can call me an election denier. It's just the weirdest names they come up with. So I'm going to get back to the rhymes. Let's see what I can do today. Okay. By the way, we couldn't get on YouTube. We had what I thought was going to be an incredible discussion about the end times, and it was. But it turns out Dave and Leon are kind of on the same page there, and so that's cool. A big thank you to John, by the way, for his comment on Leon's video. Thank you. All right, so it was good. And I'm going to see Leon tomorrow, and we're going to have more discussion. I mean, I made a sacrifice in sleep just as I am now for some of this stuff. But you got to do what you got to do. Otherwise, nothing gets done. You got to do what you got to do. Otherwise, nothing gets done. So that means including losing sleep. Otherwise, nothing gets done. All right. As God sees them. Lord, help me better see your children as you see them. Help me to see past their shortcomings and seek to not condemn. You are the Holy One, the only one truly qualified to judge. I didn't write to. I want to continue on a path like that and not budge. So long as I stay in my lane, stay focused on the lamb that was slain, maintain an eternal mindset, refrain from wandering in the land of regret. What could be gained from being so short-sighted? Jesus said, come, I've been invited to walk in his ways all my days and fix my gaze on how he sees them, just as his Father in heaven sees them. As a daughter, as a son, no one, no, not one, is overlooked by the Holy One. Come to the Father through the Son. No one, no, not one. Oh, I guess I could repeat that. Now I would say there, come to the Father through the Son. No one, no, not one, will be overlooked by the Holy One. Because if you come to the Father through the Son, his promise is what? He's got a room. All right. And I think just for one, it's been hard. Now, my last song, I didn't have a chorus, and that cost me in terms of ability to stretch out the song and really forced me to having a third verse, which is fine. And when it comes to these kind of instrumental hooks or a little bit of words, but mostly it's not a hook. It's not, a repeated hook. You don't have that time there. So I'm going to say times 2, just cause. So let me do that, and I'll see how long this takes, and I'll continue. All right, let's go at 45 here. Now maybe. Okay, so it is called As God Sees Them. I'm going to wait till it hits to 22 and then start from there. I beg your indulgence. All right, here we go. Ready and go now. Lord, help me see better your children as you see them. Help me to see past the shortcomings and seek not to condemn. You are the Holy One, the only one truly qualified to judge. I want to continue on a path like that, not budge. So long as I stay in my lane, stay focused on the Lamb that was slain, maintain an internal mindset, refrain from wandering in the land of regret. What could be gained from being so short-sighted? Jesus said, come. I've been invited to walk in his ways all my days and fix my gaze on how he sees them, just as his Father sees in heaven sees them. As a daughter, as a son, no one, no, not one, is overlooked by the Holy One. Come to the Father through the Son. No one, no, not one, will be overlooked by the Holy One. As a daughter, as a son, no one, no, not one, is overlooked by the Holy One. Come to the Father through the Son. No one, no, not one, will be overlooked by the Holy One. So that's over a minute. Pretty good, I guess. Now, I wanted to say, so the part of the discussion that was happening with Leon was we got to get ourselves ready for when Jesus returns, because if we're not ready for when Jesus returns, we can't handle it. So what does that look like? He almost shot me a glance. Leon doesn't make a whole lot of eye contact. He's like, shot me a glance. I'm like, okay. So, all right, man. I'm working on it. But, I am working on it to ready myself for sure. But it's a work in progress. I was just listening to this Rabbi Snyder. I don't know if I told you about that, but he's mentioning he meditates 15 minutes in the morning. So I'm just trying to get the daily shower down. Maybe that'll be a step 1. Then I can get on to the meditate 15 minutes in the morning. So it's every other day, but that's because I just have to give up more sleep. But how nice would that be? The hours are just a little bit more than I want. They're not as bad as they were, right, John? But they're not what they could be. Oh, what's this? Is this some other symbol other than it's okay? Didn't even know. I had to go hang out with John to find out there's something wrong with the okay sign. Come on. By the way, I met this dude from Mexico. It meant something a little different down there. Yeah, ask your Mexican friend about what that means. It's a little shaped a little different. I better not do it. That might be really bad. All right. Okay, so as God sees them, Lord, help me better see your children as you see them. Um, I mean, I could almost say, should I pretend to be you? And that doesn't sound right. But I mean, it's a little hard to get my head around, But I guess I'll start like this. So that's verse 1. Ooh, 2. I guess I could say, as I see it, you see him different. You, the creator of the foot and the print. It's interesting to get a little very detailed on some of God's design. I mean, if there's a foot and there's a footprint, everything he created. Wow, Okay, so as I see it, you see him different. You, the creator of the foot and the print. Went for many years. Not knowing. Then I met you. And started growing. That's such a long ways to go. You got the bar so high. Let me try this. Should I even try? Should I just sigh? Why even think on such things? Till next time, back to the rhyme. Back to the rhymes.